We have a lot of newness to discuss right here. At least these are new to me. So yes, this is an old-fashioned sampling video and I'm excited about it because a lot of this is very different from my normal scent profile, but hey, that's how you discover new loves. So let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. These time Maria here. Yes, we are talking fragrance sampling. Super excited. All of these samples can be found at Twisted Lily. Thank you again for sending these over to me to get my nose on and most importantly to give my honest thoughts and opinions on. As always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. Lipstick is MAC Velvet Teddy. Definitely check that out right here. This is an oldie but goodie from MAC, and as always, everything on the face will be in the description box below, so you don't have to look for it. Fragrance of the day will be revealed at the end because yeah, we got a lot to discuss here. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fragrances to talk about, and ooh, some of these are from favorite houses. Some of these are from houses I have never tried before. So yeah, let's get on into it. First up, we have from the house of Amouage, and this is Love Mimosa right here. Here's what the sample looks like. Top notes for Love Mimosa are we have violet leaves, castelline, and orris. We have heart notes of mimosa, pear, and paradisione. And we have base notes of ylang ylang, ambrox, and heliotrope. So now looking at these notes, and most importantly, this is a fragrance that isn't talked about a lot because when we think of Amouage and particularly the Love line, first thing that comes to mind is Love Tuberose. Just gotta be straight up about that, you know? Love Tuberose is what I think about. So when I saw there was a Love Mimosa, I got curious and I was like, yeah, I wanna smell that. It's in a beautiful yellow bottle, super pretty. But most importantly, let me tell you what I think about the scent, right? So it's a very fresh, very clean type of scent. Slightly powdery because on the skin, which by the way, all of these I have tested on my skin, not just on paper. So let me throw that out there now for the sampling police. Yes, I do try samples on skin as well as paper before I talk about them. And as always, when it comes to samples, sampling is just for first impressions. These are not full dedicated reviews. I do full dedicated reviews with the bottle. So now you know how to do things. Moving forward. Now back to Love Mimosa, y'all. Very fresh, very clean. To me, this is more of a spring summer type of scent. Now on the paper I get more of the juicy pear, but on the skin it turns more powdery. So you got like a powdery note, which to be fair, orris is in here, which is why I read y'all the notes. So I like it. Only thing is though, this one definitely is heavy on the powder to the point it's almost slightly plasticky. So for me, this is a maybe type of scent because I am smelling this in January. I do think of this as more of a spring summer scent. So I'm gonna hold on to my sample of Love Mimosa, right? And we're gonna see how it does the actual spring and summertime because hey, I might fully want to invest in it. I might fully want a bottle by then, but for right now, it's giving more so powder, like actual powder to me. And I'm not getting as much of the juicier notes that I would prefer and more of the florals. So I see why Love Mimosa isn't talked about as much because yeah, this one's a little bit more, if you love it, fine. If you don't, you just don't. There is no in between with this one. I'm just kind of like, So for right now, Love Mimosa is a no for me. And while we're in the house of Amouage, which y'all know I tend to like Amouage, so the fact that we're starting out kind of already was like shocking. But moving forward, this is a bottle that is just gorgeous to me. And we're talking about, you all, Amouage, and this is Portrayal Woman, y'all. So Amouage Portrayal Woman. I've seen the bottle more than anything. Never really got into like the notes and all of that, but of course we're gonna do that here. And most importantly, we're gonna talk about the juice. So with Portrayal Woman, y'all, we have top notes of jasmine, we have heart notes of tobacco, and we have a vanilla, and then we have a base note of elemi. So okay, looking at this, I'm like, I don't know. Cause the bottle, I would have thought it would be more brighter, more fun, but reading these notes, it's gonna be a little bit darker to me. And let me tell you something, this is super peppery. Very peppery, very smoky. Yeah, I don't like this. This is why I tell you all that even when it comes to a house like Amouage, yes, I enjoy other fragrances, and you all know I have some that I absolutely am obsessed with. However, I have never told y'all that Amouage is a house that is a safe blind buy house. It is absolutely the complete opposite of that. You have to try Amouage out, and this is exactly why. Because if I just looked at the bottle and I was thinking like, oh yeah, I already own several other Amouage fragrances, this one is a shoe-in, let me just blind order, I would be so mad, I'd be out of money, and I'd be very upset because I can't do this one. And in fact, let me tell you, the longer I wore Portrayal Woman on my skin when I was testing it before we got to this here video, I think my tongue started to kind of like tingle the more I smelled it. So this is one that I'm like, is it about to give me an allergic reaction? I don't know what's happening here. So for me, it's too peppery, and y'all know I don't do peppery scents. Like, I can do a little bit of pepper, but no, this is not feminine to me. In fact, this leans more on the masculine side, in my opinion. And even though it says this is the Portrayal Woman, y'all, it's a no for me. So Portrayal Woman, beautiful bottle, all of that, but that's where it's gonna stay because I hate the juice. It's a no. Next up, let's see what we're gonna talk about. Now, this is another house that I actually have tried before. I own 2 fragrances from this house, and I just love the packaging because it definitely sticks out. This is from the house of Vilhelm Parfumerie, and this is Moon Carnival, y'all. So Moon Carnival, I've heard a lot of good things about Moon Carnival, but of course, I'm gonna give my own opinions about it. So Moon Carnival, we have notes of passion fruit, bergamot, pink freesia, then we have middle notes of tuberose, gardenia, orchard, and then we have base notes of marshmallow, tonka bean, and vanilla. Straight up, the reason I was interested in trying Moon Carnival is because of the fact there's a marshmallow note in here, and I'm just a sucker for a good marshmallow note. I'm here for it. And I was like, okay, passion fruit, tuberose, we got fruity, floral, and then we got a gourmand base. So, okay, this is definitely giving me niche. Okay, it's giving me niche perfumery. That's what I asked for. But what is the juice actually giving me, and do I think this is full bottle worthy, right? So let's talk about that. So Moon Carnival, to me, this smells like candy. And in particular, the banana candy runts. Like back in the 90s, there was a candy called Chewy Runts, and I used to be obsessed with it. That's how I know this scent anywhere. Yes, this smells like the banana in the runts candy to me. So points for the nostalgia, 90s vibes. I'm here for that. Definitely a spring, summer scent. However, though, it was real light to me. It's very, very light. And on the skin, to me, it turns more green. I got more of the green notes, that's for sure. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And what's interesting is I've heard people try to compare Moon Carnival to, say, Parfums de Mali Oriana, which you all know I do have Oriana and I love Oriana. So I was like, okay, if it's being compared to Oriana, it must be really fluffy and good. I don't see the comparison. I don't. Moon Carnival is its own scent. Yes, it is, but is it full bottle worthy? I say no, because it left me wanting more. I wish it was a little bit thicker. I wish it was a little bit more bodied for me. And yeah, so Moon Carnival, I'm not in love with. Like, so it's cute, but do I need a full bottle of it? No, I don't. So that's my opinion on Moon Carnival. Okay, so far this sampling series is like not the best. I just gotta say that. Yeah, let me know what y'all think so far. But we got some more fragrances to talk about, and we're gonna keep moving. So let's go. Okay, now this next fragrance is very hyped up, and I've seen a lot of commentary around this scent. So I was like, yes, I need to sample it to get my own nose on it and to get my own opinions. So we're going to the house of Memo Paris, you all. And this time, y'all, we're gonna talk about Memo Paris, and this is Marfa. Yes, Marfa. People talk about this one being a unique take on tuberose, which I enjoy tuberose in general. Sucker for a tuberose note, I'm here for it. But I'm like, okay, what's so different about Marfa, right? So with Memo Paris and Marfa, we have notes of oil of mandarin, orange blossom, we have agave accord, tuberose, and we also have ylang ylang, sandalwood, and then we have cedar, vanilla seed, and white musk. They have the notes in their write-ups. So let me tell you what I'm like, okay. When I read the notes, I was like, okay, orange blossom, cool, mandarin, tuberose, great. However, I saw agave, and I'm like, when I think of agave, I think of like margaritas, I think of cantina, just is what I think about, right? So let me tell you what I actually got from the juice. The agave note takes over this scent. It does. Now, granted, this scent does take you on a journey. There is an experience here. The tuberose does shine through eventually on skin. I gotta be fair about that. However, to me, Marfa makes you smell like an actual margarita drink. And I'm like, I don't wanna smell like a margarita. I wanna drink one, but I don't wanna smell like that. And that's just what I get from this. Yes, this is true that it's a unique take on tuberose, but I don't like this. I don't like this as a perfume. Again, it smells wonderful for a beverage. I'm okay with that. But Marfa wearing this, I was like, I don't get it. I don't get why this got hyped. I don't know. It's okay, but I don't want to smell like this. Again, it smells like a drink to me, not a actual fragrance. So kudos for being different. Yeah, definitely niche. That's for sure. Don't smell like anything else I've ever smelled before. So points for being different. But last, Memo Paris's Marfa is a no for me. And then I decided, y'all, let's try something different. So this is a house I have never tried anything from, which is why I love to sample, because sampling is how you discover gems or duds. So next up, you all, I decided to try, this is the house, it's called Aetlier Materi. So they're out of France, if I'm not mistaken. And I have 3 fragrances from this house. So let's get into it. So the first one I want to talk about, this one is a rose fragrance. It's called Rose Ardios, right? And the bottles are cute. And everything I noticed about this house when I was looking into it is that all of their notes and write-ups are very different and unique. So I'm always a sucker for uniqueness. Like, let's just see what happens, particularly with samples. So, okay, with Rose Ardios, we have top notes of, okay, we have nutmeg, we have some rose, we got some sage, we got some vetiver in here, we got some leather, and we have some ambroxan. So I'm like, interesting. Let's see where this goes, because okay, rose I like, but nutmeg, sage, leather, I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna play out, but let's get into it. So what I get is the rose, but this is a very leathery and earthy rose. That is for sure. It definitely projects, so points for that. However, in my opinion, this is definitely more of a more masculine take on rose, again, because of that leather note in here. It's not feminine enough for me. So I do like it, but I prefer Rose Ardios for men, in my opinion. So, okay, unique take on rose, and I do appreciate that, but is it for me? No, because I prefer my rose to be a little bit more classic, a little bit more feminine. So Rose Ardios, it's a no for me. So then there was the next one that also kind of piqued my interest. Now this one is also from the house of Aetlier Materi. This is Iris Ebene. I was like, okay, y'all know I like an iris note, so I was tuned in for that reason. So let's get into Iris Ebene. So we have top notes of red mandarin, petitgrain mandarin, and we have allspice, with heart notes of peppercorn, iris, and suede. Then we have base notes of balsam of Peru, sandalwood, leather, and musk. I'm like, interesting. This is a scent that can truly be unisex, or it's gonna go very masculine in my opinion, just based on the notes. But let's see what it's actually giving. Y'all, this one I'm feeling. This one I'm feeling. Yes, this one I'm feeling, because yes, there is an iris note in here, but the suede in here is so smooth. I like this. This actually is proven to be unisex, leaning feminine on my skin. I really have enjoyed this one, y'all. I'm digging it. This is definitely cool girl in a leather jacket type of scent. And I can be the type of girl. She's kind of edgy, you know? I like that. So for me, now interesting enough, the opening I was kind of like, I don't know, this is kind of weird. For me, it was the dry down of this fragrance that sold it, because the dry down is where that smooth suede comes in and I get more of that iris note. I'm like, okay, there she is. Now I'm interested. So luckily too, the opening didn't last too long, because the opening was a slightly peppery for me, and I was like, I don't know, but luckily it went away fast. I'm like, okay, great. Now I can do you. But yeah, Iris Ebene, I like this. I like this. I like this. And in my opinion, Iris Ebene, y'all, is better on skin for sure than it was on paper. So y'all, we finally got like a winner here. Yes. So Iris Ebene is a yes. And then the last fragrance I did sample in this sampling grouping right here, we have Aetlier Materi, we have Narciss Taji, you all. The names are all very interesting, so yes, thank you for bearing with me with this. Narciss Taji is the name, so Narciss Taji, you all. We have top notes of pear, ginger root, and tuberose, heart notes of narcissus, hay, and brand, and then we have base notes of leather, patchouli, and musk. Y'all, when I saw that hay was in here, like actual hay, like think farm, I was like, wait a minute, I don't know how this is gonna go, but let's just see, y'all. Let's just see. Again, you never know. So interesting enough, y'all, the opening, I get the tuberose, there's a little bit of brightness here with the florals. But y'all, let me tell you something. Also in the opening, y'all, the ginger too, like opened my sinuses. I was like, okay, cool. Very interesting. However, when it dries down on the skin, I definitely get the brand and the hay, and that's what ruined it for me. I was like, oh, it's a little too earthy for me. It's not working. But the opening, yes, because again, them top notes, we got, again, those pear, that ginger, and that tuberose. I love the top notes. If the top notes stayed around, then this would be a yes for me. However, the heart notes came out, and I was like, but I can't say I ain't know this because, again, it's right there for me. But, again, unique. And this is why we sample. This is why we try things. But, no. A little too earthy for me on that regard. So Narciss Taji, no. So as y'all can tell, okay, within this series, only one fragrance was absolutely a yes for me. So that's the one we picked up, okay? And again, from Aetlier Materi, you all, here it is. And y'all, can you guess which one it is? Which, I mean, you just saw the box. Yes, y'all, it was the Iris Ebene. Yes, this one, I like it because it's a very cool girl take on Iris. So this one, hands down, of course, I always recommend sampling. Again, thank you to my friends over at Twisted Lily for letting me sample. That's why I tell y'all about Twisted Lily, because as y'all can see, samples are our time to test out things and really decide, do we like something? Yes, it may be hyped up and everybody might swear it's the best things to slice bread, but do you like it? Do I like it? That's the point of why we sample. And as y'all can see, this is one of those sampling series where only one of them was a yes, and that's the one we got a bottle of. Iris Ebene is the winner. Super excited about this one. I will be wearing this more often because this is the season for Iris Ebene. It is a cold weather scent because of the leather in here and the suede. But I like the florals in here too to help like round it out and soften it. So yeah, definitely happy about this baby right here, and I will be talking about it more in future videos. Again, that is Iris Ebene. So all right, everyone, that wraps up this sampling series video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Definitely not oh my god, I love everything type of video, which I don't do that anyway. Y'all know this. So let me know what you think. Also, what fragrances are you all currently sampling these days? What has been a win? What has been a dud? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.